Omaha Steaks is ready to ship your order right away, and you're going to want to hurry because 50% off site-wide, only happening for a limited time. Don't miss your chance to save. Visit omahasteaks.com, use code PICS at checkout, and get an additional $30 off when you shop their semi-annual sale today. A minimum order may be required. First of all, before I get to everybody, I am fighting a little bit of a migraine today. It's there, and it's hurting. So if I slur my words, just know it's only because I can't see very straight. So
did you listen to what I just told them in the booth before you came in? Are you trolling me?
None of us have ever had a headache before on the show. That's true. We always are.
Gentlemen, did I hear anything she said, or did I walk in at 11:59 and sit down? I have no idea what she's talking about.
No one heard.
Aria, what did I say before the show started?
She's got a terrible migraine right between both her eyes.
She's a woman. She always has that.
So are you a woman when you have a migraine?
I feel like it, Megan. I really do feel like it. Hello, Megan.
Hey, Brandon.
Are you going to be sassy today?
I don't know if I have it in me. I'm trying. I'm working on it.
Marty, are you going to be sassy today?
I could be. I got some things I'm upset about.
The Duke's a 5 seed?
That is upsetting. That's stupid.
I thought some of the seeds this year were wacky.
Want to get into it? Let me know. I got a lot of thoughts. Don't get me riled up.
I'm not getting you riled up. I'm just talking. We're just talking to introduce the show. Big Ev.
You want sass?
Yeah, you got sass?
Yeah, I'll give you some sass. As a show, you'll get some sass. Trust me.
Where's the sass coming from? Why are you sassy?
Well, sass is over there, but I go get him.
That's little sass.
You want big sass?
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Smitty, I know I can always count on you for some good sass.
Yeah, not against you today, though.
Not against me.
No, more against the system.
What's the system doing to you?
Daylight savings, man.
You hate it?
I was indifferent to it until I had a kid.
It sucks so bad with kids.
Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, they get up early. Yeah.
Oh, they get up early. You try to put them down at normal time. They understand somehow it's not bedtime.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's a scene, man.
And the day after the March Madness bracket is released, and we're going to talk about it, let's go to Barstool's college basketball guy, Rico Bosco.
That's
not nice.
That's not nice.
He has an excuse today.
Shut the fuck up.
All right. Oh, I don't stick up for him, but
He's in the office.
Shut the fuck up. Well,
he's probably getting yelled
we
at.
can't do a thing for 2 minutes. You can't do a thing for 2 minutes?
At the expense of somebody who's not here?
Yes. That's the easiest person to pick on.
It's your show.
Why would I pick on somebody that's here?
Smitty, did you see his hard hat? How small it was?
I did.
I yelled at Jeff Lowe a little bit.
For the dozen?
I
yelled at Jeff this weekend too.
I actually, he strung me along, and I felt disrespected. I asked in November if I can play, and he's been stringing me along till March. So I think it's wrong.
All right.
I need
you don't think so?
To be on the dozen. Here's a question: are dinosaurs real?
Yeah, that wasn't even a question. What it was.
Mythological.
Methodical, like Muhammad Ali is methodical boxing.
Settle once and for all. They're real, but they're only like 1,500 years old. As the Bible says.
I don't understand how things work sometimes. I really don't.
I got my ass traded.
Yeah, you did.
I just got traded.
Yeah, you got dumped. And your crime was not sucking Kirk Minahan's dick hard enough.
Yeah, what are you going to do, I guess?
Not suck his dick.
Apparently
I would have
so.
done.
Were you a little upset?
At first I was annoyed because I do want to win a championship. So
I like it because I want to beat Kirk, and he made his team worse.
Yeah,
because he got his feelings hurt.
No, trust me, I'll be definitely an experts guy in that matchup for sure.
You and
I'll be waving the experts flag.
You and Quiggs are way better than Rico and John Rich.
And the crazy thing is
I would agree with that.
Quiggs has probably played better than me as of late. I haven't played that great, but he wanted a way where he could trade just me and not Quiggs, and he wasn't able to.
Wow.
Well, John Rich essentially undercut Reegs.
Yeah.
Became the captain and then traded himself away.
Brandon, so are you questioning Kirk's ability as a player and as a GM? Is that what I'm getting from what you're doing right now?
As a player, I question his ability as a human being, as a man, and as a GM, but never as a player.
Okay,
he's a damn good trivia player.
Yeah, back-to-back MVP.
Well, not really.
Have you won an MVP?
No, but he's never won a playoff game. You can't. What do you say about Jokic? That's what he is. He's never won a playoff game.
He doesn't play defense.
He's never come here and won a game.
He's a stat stuffer.
He's a stat stuffer. And he purposely makes his team worse so he gets more of the questions right. That's what he just did. So he can be the hero. It doesn't matter.
You don't think I should be a little upset? November.
I don't have time to get upset for you and me both. I
You
can't.
got nothing to be upset about.
Is Belvita a breakfast sandwich?
I don't think so. Is that what? Hold on.
Wait, is what a breakfast sandwich?
No. But Adam LaRoche.
I didn't.
You let Tommy say Adam LaRoche?
Hey, spur of the moment. You're down the clock. I was thinking Adam LaRoche because I was trying to think of the timeline. I couldn't get that right, and I kept thinking about Adam LaRoche bringing his kid into the locker room.
How long did he play for the White Sox? What, 5?
Less than a year.
6 months? Yeah.
Yeah. What? I mean, yeah. Sometimes you have a brain fart.
Oh, I do it all the time.
Yeah. Screw the other 9 points I got that game. I messed up Adam LaRoche.
You personally got 9 points?
It was a good game.
Pretty good
game
day
for Smito.
Before we get to March Madness and the tournament, let's clean up some other sports, and then we'll spend the rest of the time on the bracket and all that stuff. The Bears traded number 1 to the Panthers. So the Bears, I'm torn on this because I think it's a very good deal for Chicago. I do wonder if it could have been a little better. They got this year's 9 and 61, 62, and next year's first and next year's second, and DJ Moore. So they got 4 picks and a player for a pick. Could they have gotten more? I don't know. I think it's going to be ultimately a good trade for the Bears, and they also send the signal to Justin Fields, hey, we're not fucking around. You're our guy, and we're going to make your team better around you. What do you think, Big Al?
I thought it was a good trade for them. Obviously, maybe they could have reached a little more in terms of trying to scrape together some late rounders, just because 9-1 is a pretty big jump.
Yeah.
But getting their first, second 2 years in a row, and I consider a high level receiver. I mean,
yeah, I'm interested.
I'm considering DJ Moore a top 20, 25 receiver.
Yeah, I think he's a number 1.
A legit one, and they needed one desperately.
I'm interested in hearing how the DJ Moore point affected potential draft capital. Like how you take that out and what is replaced by DJ Moore. But I do think, personally, we saw with A.J. Brown last year, you can establish basically number 1 receiver pretty much. That's better than essentially a first-round pick.
I don't think that they're
Go ahead.
comparable.
No, I think A.J. Brown's better than DJ Moore, but DJ Moore's pretty damn good.
I think he's better than people.
I think he's a number 1.
He's played with bad quarterbacks.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
He's also going. He's not going to the best quarterback. He's going to a lot of the same like Justin Fields.
I know he lit it up with Sam Bradford. If he gets the ball, he'll be able to do stuff.
But Justin Fields has kind of looked like he.
Sam Darnold.
Justin Fields has probably looked like he has as a passer due to the fact he has 0 receivers at
100%.
all.
I'm not saying. I'm not even trying to shit on Justin Fields. It's not like I'm just saying that he's not going to an elite quarterback.
As of now, he's not, but we don't know. As of now, he's
He could
not.
be like Daniel Jones.
But I don't know why a lot of people were like
bad seasons.
a lot of people were like saying that the Bears killed this trade. I mean, the Panthers I thought were fine with it.
Yeah,
Even though Jalen Hurts was pretty good a couple years ago, he took a massive step forward as a passer because A.J. Brown was on the team.
Oh, unprecedented.
Justin Fields could do the same.
Maybe
not to that level.
It's because it's also A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, where it's like that's 2
Well,
elite.
the Bears still have a lot of cap room. And
They
now
do a lot more.
I was thinking Claypool with a full offseason. Claypool is a good receiver.
they can still
They
either
reach for him for that.
they can beef up the offensive and defensive lines, or they can go get another receiver. They could draft one at 9 too. So there's a lot of things.
One thing that I do question about the trade is why now? Why didn't they leverage it a little bit more?
I think because of the league year starting. Maybe they decided to go ahead and put it and put their plan into action and address it with free agency. That's the only way I can come up with it.
Also, I think the picks are they're what they needed to be. I think, and also just the kicker of no other team can give you a number 1 receiver like that.
So
I feel like that's the kicker.
Who did the Carolina Panthers trade up to get?
It's the gambling. The gambling people seem Stroud. His number went from even to minus 400.
I do when you
seems
picture,
like he's who they
when
want.
you picture jerseys, I see Stroud.
I do too.
I think I said that the other day. I see
Carolina and Raiders.
I see Bryce Young in a Texans uniform.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
He'll be there forever.
Will Levis is a Raider, maybe? No, Will Levis should be a Colt.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're saying Jimmy
Or
G.
just because he was already wearing blue.
Yeah, it's easy swap.
Easy transition. I feel like that's just lazy.
He just fits the Colts mold. Just
tall
That's
white
better.
guy.
That's a thanks, Seth. That's a better.
No.
Tall white.
I want to go ahead and respect the fact that your crippling headache has not deterred your ability to shit on me. It hasn't.
It's not. I'm not fully turned up, but we're still here. We're trying. We're making it.
Did y'all see my tiff on Twitter with Jeff Nadeau the other day?
Hey, we did catch it in Boston.
What happened?
Pretty funny.
Megan, you texted me about it.
Oh, did I? I didn't know if there was another one.
Okay. It was just, I thought it was crazy, and he got super mad and challenged me to rough and rowdy, challenged me to fight, said he'd beat the shit out of me.
Probably would.
We've seen him fight.
But he's really in shape now.
We haven't seen you fight.
True.
Oh, true that. Oh, he did shove somebody.
Devlin's still breathing.
Was I supposed to kill him?
I don't know.
Okay.
Next offensive line leaves the.
And it wasn't. There was never any anger on my side. Jeff tweeted, "Hey, everybody, look at Holly Rowe's titties." I was like, "Whoa, just relax, man."
He does tweet about tits a lot.
That's fine, but
I was surprised though. You were surprised how surprised you were because I feel like he's always tweeting about.
I wasn't surprised, but I was like, "Hey, maybe a Barstool employee saying, hey, look at this ESPN reporters."
You need crime, cartel, or rack updates, Jeff.
I've just seen him quote tweet a lot of females' pictures saying nice tits and nice rack.
Yeah.
So I didn't see that as much different. I guess almost more direct when you literally quote tweet a photo.
Yeah, so this is when you
say
decide to
nice
take a
rack.
stand.
Holly Rowe got a guy fired for calling her honey on a broadcast. She's very litigious.
I didn't know. Was not aware of that.
Well,
Wow.
You're really trying for this word.
Litigious is some
He
word.
did
too.
yesterday
Wow.
too. He said litigious yesterday.
I like it. That's a good
You
one.
think litigious worked? I'm looking to the smart person in the room.
I think you brought it from the clouds a little bit. You pulled a Kirk Minahan. You inserted yourself to look smarter around dumb people, including myself.
That's basically what this show is.
But I'm smart enough to use context clues.
Oh yeah.
Like you never heard the word, but you just roll with it. Like you know
You've
what
heard the
he- I
word,
know what he
Like,
said.
what did you say nefarious was?
I was right.
No, but what did you call it? What did you say
Because I was
nefarious
right.
was? You called it something
I also
different.
said bombastic, which is a real
Bombastic.
word, which Brandon said was not a word.
Mr.
no, I never said that.
I said you're like that's not a word.
Bombastic's a word. You didn't say bombastic. You said like blombastic or something. You
I
said
said
something.
bombastic.
You didn't say bombastic. I know the word bombastic.
He wouldn't mess up bombastic.
Never.
That was like a 6th grade vocab word. I remember that one being a good one.
I don't know how that one came out, but it did.
You misused it or something.
No, I used it damn well. We Googled it after.
We're still waiting on Aaron Rodgers' decision. Are we still waiting on that?
Rodgers, Garoppolo.
He's going to the Jets.
You think he's going?
I think he's going to the
There's a
Jets.
3-team fight over Baker Mayfield right now.
And Baker. Yeah.
Between
There's three
Baker Mayfield and Duke, I think those are like the two things that are like living in
That's
Marty's
it.
mind.
That's literally it.
And
Forget
Stafford's on the block now too.
forget who's going to get Rodgers. If you were Rodgers, where would you go? Would you just
Not the Jets.
would you go back to Green Bay and finish it out, or would you go to the Jets?
Is the
I
reason
swear
why
I-
we're waiting because he's like, I don't know if I want to do
It's
this
his decision.
Jets?
I
That's
think
what I'm
it's
saying.
basically, yeah.
Because they're obviously the ones that's been very vocal about it, and he still hasn't said yes. So he's probably like, do I want to fucking go there?
I swear, I think even team-wise, his best choice would be the Jets.
I really think he probably doesn't want to deal with the New York media.
But I don't see how different the New York media is going to be. Like he's Aaron Rodgers. Like he gets
Yeah.
it all anyway.
He's on
Didn't
the Packers.
Didn't the Packers come out and say that signing Aaron or keeping Aaron Rodgers is not their number one priority?
Did they?
I saw something.
Honestly,
Also, there
would
would
too.
be.
Like, why would
I would too. I agree.
Also, he's been cryptic about all these Jets players like Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson are like 12. Come play
Just
for us,
seems
come
like
play
a
for us.
toxic relationship that's like coming to an end.
Yeah, they hate each other.
He literally was liking tweets about someone saying all the Jets players are begging for him to come to the Jets, and no Packers players are like, hey, come back.
It's like moving in with the girlfriend, realize it's not working anymore, and just keeping it for like years.
So I think it's either going to be he plays for
You
the
just
Jets.
don't want to move out.
You been
I think he
there?
either plays
Yes.
for the Jets or
I was just about to say, that sounded personal, Smitty.
Yeah, that wasn't just a random story.
He almost said the name.
Yeah.
It's like moving in with Heather, and
Not my wife. She's wonderful.
I've heard she's a wonderful person.
You've met her,
I've only for a second.
and you could tell that she's wonderful.
The wonderfulness was radiating off of her.
Marty, how wonderful is my wife?
Very, very wonderful. She is nice.
Ev, you want to tell him how wonderful his wife
She's
is?
lovely. I've met her.
I've met her flagged
haven't
out
had
on
one.
the 8 people.
No, I met her. I met her at Willie's house too,
Oh, that's right. You guys were doing that?
where I was
Yeah, Willie's-
You guys were all
I
doing
was sober enough to remember. Yes, I was.
That was a good
Probably
movie.
blacked out later that night.
That was a good clip.
It's a great clip. Got a
I was
couple million views.
boogieing.
It was me, you, Za, and somebody else.
I think
Glenn.
JB, Glenn. We went to Long Beach after.
Yeah, yeah.
That Willie party. I was taking my kid, my daughter. She said, "Hey, we're gonna have kids there. You can come." I said, "All right, I'll go to a little party." And I turned in the neighborhood, and there were 300 cars there,
Yep.
and there were people walking. I said, nope, not this is too big. This is too
When
much.
you pull out the trailers that are porta potties for your own
Yeah.
private party, that's when you
You had 9 food
you
stations.
went and left.
I know I didn't. Never got out.
It was an awesome party.
It's
That
usually when
would be
people
me
see
too.
The food was
300
incredible.
You would know, Megan. This was like the amount of money he probably spent, like about hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Just the money spent on the shrubbery that's just the Cologne Classic.
Yeah, I couldn't.
But
Thousands.
if you have kids, it's a different
word.
story. It's like
Shrubbery.
it's already overwhelming for you, and then you have to bring your kids,
There
and
was-
then it's
literally a shuttle.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was a shuttle taking people to their cars.
Get a photo booth.
Right now, Stu Finer's watching this, saying, "All right, we'll make a note for him."
yeah,
next
right.
party."
Stu's like,
All right, you
"Fuck
motherfuckers.
this.
Yeah, that's it.
Stu had a great party
Finer
too.
party of the year coming soon.
I did go to Stu's party, and his heated pool is no joke. It was.
I love how it was spread out between like you had like the upfront band, and you had like the whole weed bar in the back, and then you had like everything else. Like
How-
it was
You weren't
great.
there.
No, he sent me pictures and videos. I probably got 47 videos that day.
TJ Edwards went to the Bears.
Oh,
Good sign.
yeah, things are happening.
Good one.
Jalen Ramsey to the Dolphins.
A lot of Eagles are kind of overpriced right now.
Darius Slay demanding a trade.
Not demanding trade. He's in the last year of his contract. I think he wants to re-sign with the Eagles, or he wants an extension now, rather. But the Eagles just don't have it.
It's going to be hard for you guys to run it back.
It's going to be very hard. That one was surprising because it's like you're losing Bradbury already. You're losing Epps, who's going to be overvalued in agency. C.J. Gardner-Johnson basically already says goodbye to Philly. I still think they have a chance to sign him back. But losing Slay, too, losing all 4 members of your secondary, like
That is the one problem
Sucks.
of you guys losing. Obviously, you want to win, but losing there and then losing all these free agents, because if you win, you're like, fuck it. You could all leave. Like, I'm good. But now it's going to be so hard because
why
you're
that
right.
game was so important.
They're all overvalued now because
Yeah.
of how good they play.
It's like Slay, like I would just keep him now because it's kind of like a franchise tag deal. Like, just we need one more year out of you, then
Yeah.
whatever. But it sucks in Hargrave. I mean, he's the biggest D tackle on the market right now.
Before I get to the NCAA tournament bracket, which we'll talk about probably for the rest of the show, I want to tell you about some new friends of mine, the Busker Irish Whiskey. Some nice, smooth whiskey on a Monday for you. The Busker Triple Cask Triple Smooth is an extraordinary blend with extraordinary smoothness. Look at that. Did that come up from the bottom there? Who did that? Look at y'all. This new-to-world Irish whiskey is born out of a modern Ireland, where the contemporary and the bold meet the traditional. The Busker offers authenticity. Start that sentence over. The Busker offers authenticity of a top-quality Irish whiskey, while also bringing a disruptive approach to the industry with their modern and straightforward look and feel, which goes beyond the Irish whiskey category. Be bold or bust with the Busker and find the Busker in stores. That is what I'm telling you to do. Find the Busker in stores. It's a terrific Irish whiskey, triple cask, triple smooth, extraordinary smoothness. Find the Busker in store.
It's great whiskey.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm glad you got through that one.
It was rough, but
Let
I
me
got
ask you a question, though.
Yeah.
Go right into it. Basically, what happened yesterday is that the committee doesn't care about the conference tournament and don't care about net rankings. They give us net rankings for us to argue about and don't give a fuck at all.
I thought the net rankings when it came to the last 4 and the 4 that were out was hysterical. Because they showed the last 4 in, and it was Mississippi State, blah, 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 Arizona State, Pitt. And then Rutgers was at the bottom, first 4 out. Rutgers' net was 40. And I can't remember.
I have it right here.
Was it Pitt that was 67?
Yeah.
So
Why are we, if there's going to be a difference of 27 between the teams that get in and don't, what are we doing?
Nevada 37 net rank, sure.
Yeah,
Mississippi
43.
Mississippi State 49,
49.
Arizona State 66, Pitt 67, Rutgers 40. What?
First 4 got in, and the last one did not.
Yeah, and the difference in quad ones is nothing. Everyone has 4 wins and ASU has 5. And then Rutgers has the best quad 2 record.
I thought Rutgers should. I didn't think Rutgers was all that much in danger.
You know
I
what
thought
it
they
is,
were a
I
bubble
think?
team, but
You know what it is, I
Big shit
think?
down the leg, down the stretch.
Yeah.
This is the problem. Quad 3.
Yeah.
They were 2-4, and the rest were all 11.
That's a bad quad 3 record. Though.
Yeah, I think so. Basically they're saying those losses mean more than any of the quad 1 wins.
Well, they did that a lot because they did that with A&M too. Like that's the reason A&M is 7, not like a 4.
But it's
Yeah, A&M is a 7.
Having
Like a 4.
having those bad losses, because I was shocked too. I saw a lot of people tweet. That was the first one that stood out to me, and especially when Kentucky was I saw you tweet over that. Especially when Kentucky was a 6.
Yeah.
But they just have because A&M has a lot of really good wins, but they have atrocious losses.
If I'm Texas, who's the 2 seed, and I look across and I got Texas A&M as my 7, that's bad.
no,
it's not. It's not good.
I think that's a good 7 to play.
Really?
Yeah, I really
I think
do.
they should be like a 4 or 5.
Why though? Because the SEC.
And if I'm a 4,
the SEC is a lot more down than
who's the 4? Who's the 4 opposite Duke?
Tennessee. What, like in their region?
Yeah.
Tennessee.
If I'm Tennessee and I'm a 4 and I look across and I'm going to play Duke, well, that's not easy.
No, it's not. It's not. But speaking of Duke, like this is not biased and you know it. Before the ACC tournament, before any game, they were projected to be a 5 seed. They win the NCAA and win the ACC tournament, beat Virginia and fucking Miami, stay as a 5. So what's the point of playing the tournament?
I mean, they have shown. You remember last year A&M made that crazy run? They still didn't put him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
they have shown they don't give a fuck about it in the past.
But like, then why these Power 5s? Like, what the fuck's the reason to win the ACC if you're staying the same?
Well,
It's not the point for you to win. It's for like a team that's not going to get in to win it.
No, but it also is for like a like a Vandy. Why didn't Vandy even come close when they got to the semifinal and went 8-2 in their last 10? Like, they had a good record as well.
I like Vandy too. I just think they were so far away. Like they started off so poorly.
I don't think the Power 5 conferences at all.
They also one thing they do too is they count early and end the same.
Yeah,
I'm saying if you're like A&M for example, like you have a shitty loss early, it matters the same as if it happened 2 days ago.
I think that's the right way to do it.
It probably is.
I think
it feels annoying in the moment, but it probably is the right way.
Because they don't seem to take account like that. So those big. 2 different teams. It's a completely different
but it's
team.
one season. You're not rewarding the second half of the season.
But don't you think you should reward for the bigger games?
Why?
Because a conference tournament's a bigger game.
Okay, but if let's say you're A&M and you do great in conference, 15-3, that's fantastic. Am I not supposed to punish you for losing to Wofford? Am I not supposed to pay attention to that?
Punish, but to a 7, you came in second.
I agree they're underseeded.
Like they should be at least a 5.
But I think game 1 and game 31 counting the same is probably the fairest way to do it. I don't think because things change, things go different, but ultimately we're crowning a champion not of the second half of the season, of the whole season.
I just think like Nevada getting in as of like over Power 5 doesn't make any sense to me.
When did they put out our bracket buster thing we did? Is that?
Oh, that wasn't live.
It's not live.
Probably put it out
Don't
tomorrow.
tweet it.
Tuesday, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay, so we can
Thank
talk
you,
about
Artie.
that. Last year I tweeted coming right out of it, and they said I thought it was live too. And no, it's not live.
Yeah, I know. It's not dozen results.
I thought of that like 4 days ago, and I was like, when is the first believable time I can tweet this out to get his stupid ass fans going? And worked like a charm.
I don't want this to be the Jeff D'Lo Bash show, but him not being a Penn State basketball fan, I think that's kind of erroneous. I know he roots for UConn, but him just like saying I don't
Picking the best.
It's a little convenient.
Well, no, I don't know.
No, he has real ties, but it's just
Maybe
funny.
both.
Penn State, like why not Penn State basketball, Penn State football, UConn basketball, why not UConn football?
Have y'all met Colin Cooper?
He's an Alabama.
But he went to Alabama.
He went to
though.
Alabama.
He's an Alabama football fan and a UConn basketball fan.
But he's
That's
also
crazy.
an Alabama basketball
Yeah,
fan.
I guess he grew up
I
in
think he just likes
Connecticut.
murder.
Well, Jeff D'Lo saying
Actually,
he
Jeff D'Lo-
cannot like Penn State because he likes UConn. Like it's apples and oranges, kind of.
Yeah, Jeff.
You can like Penn
He
State.
went to Penn.
and
No,
still-
no, that's why I said I love Jeff. A little convenient.
I love-
A little. It's Penn State. You just be when you go to a school, you're a fan of both teams.
Megan, aren't you an
100%.
LSU and Purdue fan?
I'm not like a Purdue fan. I just
Was
root
that not
for them.
you? I thought it was somebody else.
Oh, no, it's my dad went to Purdue, and so that's why I like to root for them when they're on. But there's one or two out there. It's not me though.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the tournament is upon us. I don't know how to attack. Aria, can you just pull up
Let's pull up some
bracket by
regions.
bracket?
Well, can I give him to get away from my
crazy?
Duke stuff real fast?
Should have told him before.
to get away so I don't talk
go
about
ahead,
Duke
go
the whole
ahead,
time.
go ahead.
Don't you guys? This is my thought on Oral Roberts. Obviously, that's not a great team to start with.
So
But-
Duke is the 5 playing the 12. Oral Roberts. Yes.
Don't you think that Oral Roberts has been around for 3 years? Like everyone knows that when they beat Ohio State, like they lost last year. I think
Florida
to-
also, for the record.
They lost
They
last
should
year
have beat
to
Arkansas. They lost on a buzzer beater.
Arkansas, where like it's that same team, so it's not like this new team that you don't know how to prepare for them. That we know Max Asmus is a fucking guy we got to cover, and they have a 7-5 guy. Like
Well, how often does a team like Oral Roberts make a run and then come back a couple years later and make another run? Like I don't feel like it's very often.
Teams have done it.
That is how you become, like, I guess VCU's done it. Wichita
like-
State's done it.
Which
Butler.
Did y'all see that great VCU
Butler's
video?
thing, Davidson did it. Like,
easier
But
to-
these teams are all at a higher level than Oral Roberts, though.
but no,
Of course.
they are because they had the runs they had.
But I think it's just
Davidson was a no name before Curry came around. They were Oral
easier
Roberts
to
before Curry came
prepare
around.
for a team that it's like these Cinderella teams like a St. Peter's. No one knew anything about them, and it's hard to prepare for a team like that. Where Oral Roberts, you can prepare for as long as like it's a lot easier.
But you can watch tape on guys the same as you get any team. Like everyone's games are on TV on some level.
I would say
I know, but-
mentally they should be on more high alert.
Yes,
That's
that is
correct.
also
That's true. That's
kind
correct.
of what I mean as well. Where it's like it's not like okay, it's Kennesaw State. Let's just take it. We'll beat them fine. But it's like we know that you got to give it right away.
He's playing good ball though.
I don't know
Really
if you
good.
guys have seen Oral Roberts play. I assume everybody here has.
Mm-hmm.
They have a guy named Connor Vanover who's a 7'5" transfer from Arkansas, and I swear to God that he's taller than 7'5". He's the tallest person I've ever seen on a
I met
basketball
him.
court.
So tall.
I played basketball with him at Arkansas, and it is the scariest. He's not an intimidating person,
Yeah.
but 7'5" is.
Wait a second,
so
you
tall.
say he looks taller than Taco Fall?
He looks taller, and
He might.
on the team that he is on, I guess the rest of them are pretty short. He looks taller than Taco
That's
Fall.
when they're like
I love
their
Taco
best
Fall so
players,
much.
like maybe not. Is he? Max was even 6 foot tall.
Yeah,
He's tiny.
yeah.
The
It's,
two best players are like a foot and a half apart in height.
where did Megan go?
I don't know.
Okay,
I saw double Brandon for a second.
I kind of like that.
Double Brandon madness.
Aria, you got anything on that, or do I just need to free ball out here?
He has it up.
Very good. Oh, that's what he's doing. He's going through the brackets and all that. This is I think this bracket right here, and this is the East. No,
Yes, East.
it's the East. Names do matter in March. People act like they don't, but I think they do. Like, look last year when we thought it was going to be wide open, and the Final Four was Villanova, Kansas, blah 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 blah, Duke and Carolina.
They were lower seeds though.
They were, but I look at this bracket here, and you've got Purdue's number 1 seed, correct?
Yep.
Number 1 Purdue, number 2 Marquette, and then if you dig deeper, you've got number 5 Duke, and you've got number 6 Kentucky. I can see Kentucky and Duke playing in the Elite Eight.
Yep.
I know Kentucky's been struggling; they haven't been great. Providence, if they get right against Providence, Kansas. Let's say it's 6 against 3, Kansas State, Kentucky. Are you picking Kansas State in that game?
I think
would.
they have to. I'm not a Kansas State guy, but
Yeah.
that first game is tougher than is a real tough one, especially with the transfer. What's his name? He transferred from Kentucky to Providence, and it's like I don't know. That's a tough
Hopkins.
first.
I just love I love Kentucky and Duke in this bracket. I think either one could be sitting there at the end because Marquette is not a convincing 2 in my opinion. They're pretty good, and they just won the Big East tournament. And then Purdue, we've all been waiting for Purdue to kind of – well, you said it all season. Who do you want as your number 1? You want Purdue, right?
Yes.
And
Exactly what I
I think Purdue's probably the weakest 1 seed, although Houston – I might be coming along to your thinking. Houston, without their best player yesterday, was bad.
And Sasser, I think
He said he's
gonna
gonna
be
play, what
okay,
I've seen.
but it's like obviously he's not gonna be 100%.
Can't fuck around with a groin.
And their conference again is horrible. I still
Go to
rather
Houston
Purdue.
side if you can.
I'm saying Purdue. Whoever wins the 8-9 has a brutal matchup. Their guards are so young; they struggle so badly when you press on them.
Purdue.
I'm saying they're going to.
Aria, can you switch to the
They're
other
either
side
going
of
to
the
play FAU or Memphis.
Yeah.
Where basically whoever they play the 8-9s, their guards will be inferior.
And
No matter what, they'll have inferior guards.
When
in
you
the
talk
second
about
round matchup.
name recognition, like I have no factual basis for this whatsoever, so I'm sure this is going to go over well. But teams like Michigan State, with the you saw like the last couple of years with Syracuse and Boeheim and
Who?
Boeheim, Jim Boeheim, what's his name?
Behind?
Boeheim, yeah, Boeheim.
You said Behind.
Well, I mean, He beat Mississippi State in the Final Four, 1996.
You always know how to just fall back.
But teams like that, it always seems like they just fall their way into the Sweet 16 when they're lower seeds.
All right, go left. Let's just do it this way. Your other left. There you go. Keep going that way.
That's gonna happen.
There you go. All right. So in the South, there you have Alabama as the overall number 1 seed. Any surprise that Alabama was the number 1 overall seed?
No.
Because they finished strong and all that, and Kansas. Kansas was number 3 overall seed.
You talk shit on Alabama saying they played worse. I mean, they did play worse objectively down the stretch, but they only lost 1 game, really, and that game didn't matter.
Last 4 games, they did play bad, and then they show up to the tournament just as a rolling ball of
went crazy in
chainsaws.
this tournament.
But also, like, the SEC there, like, who did they play, honestly?
I mean, A&M's a pretty good team.
Arkansas is solid. We all were all right.
I think
Arkansas
Michigan was
for a
decent
while.
too.
They didn't even play didn't they play
Mississippi State, Mizzou, and then
yeah, like that's not
A&M.
that's not
yeah,
that
but Marty,
hard
they
of a
beat
road.
the shit out of them. Like,
Sure, no, they're good. We all know they're good, but I think the SEC is so down that we're not.
okay, all right, you say that.
They have an easy road though. I'll
Say
take
that. You look at this. I don't see anybody in this bracket that's going to who's there too?
I think West Virginia can give them a run.
You think West Virginia in round 2 can give them a
I
run?
think they can give them a run.
So
I'd rather if I was Bama, I'd rather play Maryland.
Bama has it.
West Virginia, I think, could actually speed. Like I think they can get up and down with them. They play decent defense.
Can I say one thing? I know you always have to pick a 12 over a 5. I might like all the 12s over all the 5s this year.
Charleston, I really love.
Charleston, like San Diego State is a 5. Who's VCU playing? They're playing somebody that's very, very
See,
beatable.
those two
Miami.
other ones. Those
St. Mary's.
Oh,
St.
Drake over
Mary's.
Miami. I love Drake over Miami.
Drake over Miami. I like the other two. I don't like Charleston over San Diego State.
You don't.
I just like San Diego State's style. Like, I think them and St. Mary's, they both play that similar, like slow it down, like good, especially St. Mary's, good defense. I think it's fault. Like VCU has the sexy like name with Shaka. They made runs before. Charleston's been really, really good. Those are 2 spots I don't love. Like I think a lot of people are going to be on the 12s. I like the 5s though, but I do like Drake because I think it's and I love Miami. I have a future ticket in Miami. I think Drake is about the worst matchup they could have gotten
When did Shaka leave VCU? Like a
a few years ago.
No, more than
Oh, a long time. Oh, VCU forever
Yeah,
ago.
because then he went to Texas.
Forever
and now
ago,
he's
yeah,
in
went to
No,
Texas and then-
no. Button your shirt up again. Button your jacket up again. I just only bringing Clemmer in because he was walking by the outer jacket. I only brought Clemmer on because I just wanted to look how ridiculous he looks in that jacket.
It's like a.
How big? Look,
He's going to take a bomb out.
you look like Marty
like a
McFly in the
mannequin.
future.
This is like 50 degrees outside.
Why you look that ridiculous in a coat?
He's so small. And
I'm
skinny.
obese like you, Brandon.
Go Clemmer.
Good boy, Clemmer.
it was well worth it.
I love that son of a bitch. One of my favorite guys here. You spent time with Clemmer?
I
know more about Clemmer than anybody here.
Marty sits beside Clemmer.
I like Clemmer.
I asked him. I know everything he does on the weekends. I know everything.
I like his like historical tweets, like when we went to the Polo Grounds.
Yeah.
I've only talked to him one
Yeah, I
time.
like him.
Oh, I know.
And it was to tell him
Good.
that I could also sit on like the back of my heels like he can, and then that we're both aliens.
He and I are kind of the same person,
Yeah, you are.
which is
Both
weird.
children at 45 years old.
Correct. 43.
Okay.
Except you're 2 of him.
And you're older than him.
3 of them.
I'm not older than him. I'm my age is technically older, but he's way older. He lives way older. Than me.
He's like 408.
Yeah. Who's the weakest 1 seed? Purdue, Houston, Kansas, or Alabama?
I am going to say something that I've changed my entire mind on. I think Kansas loses in the second round.
I think Kansas is going to the Final Four. I think they're my pick to win it all.
Illinois and Arkansas is a very, very hard match.
But we keep saying Arkansas. We keep saying Arkansas. When are they going to show it?
What was the last team?
Well,
that went back-to-back? Florida?
they're 2 teams. Basically, they're 2 very talented teams that just haven't put it together. So like,
Gonna put it together against Kansas?
and they give it. I don't think they're going to be Kansas, but I see where Marty's coming. He's saying like, you're basically betting on one of them to just like magically put it together.
McCullough is banged up, and they like Texas beat the fuck out of them.
Texas.
Kansas has
Texas ain't
played
Illinois.
and I don't. Illinois has 2 guys. One guy has won a national championship on the team. Like these are guys that have been there before. They can definitely do it.
All right, let's look at it like this. Alabama's second round matchup would be West Virginia or Maryland, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Houston's second round matchup, find that for me. It would be
Is that the
Auburn.
Auburn,
Auburn, Iowa.
Yeah.
Which I love Auburn.
Yeah,
I love Auburn,
those are two. Both of those teams though can really challenge Houston the way they want to play.
Iowa got it.
Don't you? I think both score.
Don't you think it's a little?
I think they could swallow Iowa up potentially.
Iowa's the better.
Not athletic enough.
Iowa's the better seed, but they're playing in Birmingham.
Yeah, that's not
Kind
great.
of fucked up.
That's not great.
I just don't trust Iowa in the tournament.
Let's see. Kansas's second round matchup would be who?
Illinois, Arkansas,
And then Purdue's second round matchup would be who?
FAU, Memphis.
I love that the bracket came out 12 hours ago and it's memorized in your brain.
I like Memphis. Yeah.
I like this is that's
I've been studying. I've been looking at picks already.
yeah. I have too, but I don't have it as memorized as you do. Now let's do the 5-12s. Oh, I had a stat. I saw it on Twitter today. Since 2016, that's 7 years ago, teams getting 60% or more of bets, public sides, teams getting 60% more or more of bets are 56, 80, and 5. 60% of the time they are losing. So think about that. If you ever a fade the public guy, the NCAA tournament might be the best fade the public event in America.
Road less traveled.
It's just the public sucks in March Madness. They just do. And us being a part of the public. How about the 2 seeds? Who are the weakest 2 seeds? You have Marquette. You have
Texas.
You have
Why am I forgetting the other ones?
go on UCLA.
UCLA,
Arizona.
Yep.
Yeah, the 2 Pac-12 schools. I love UCLA in this tournament. I don't know why.
I don't.
Because you heard Big
like their
Cat say
draw.
it, and
I'm okay
you
with
like to
UCLA.
copy everything Big Cat says.
Shut the fuck up. All right, continue.
That was funny. I don't like Arizona. I'm okay with UCLA, but I don't like Arizona.
Can I ask you a question, Megan? How come out of all these goofs on the show, you only take shots at me?
Because I know you best.
Fair enough. All right. What else? What else you got? The number 2 seeds. UCLA. You don't like Arizona? Why?
I just don't. I think they're a fraudulent team. I really do.
You lean on this conference idea a lot.
It makes sense in every year.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like UCLA and Arizona. I can't explain it. I just haven't.
I feel like Arizona has a really easy matchup against Princeton, though. I like Princeton in the Ivy League, but I feel like that's
Who's
just
their second round matchup?
I really
it'd
wish
be-
there was a bracket in front of me. Can
it'd
somebody put a
be-
bracket in my hand?
It would be. I wrote these in myself. Sorry.
Ebo, can you just go print out a bracket and put it in my hand, please? Because you
It would
printed.
be Arizona's. It'd be either Utah State or Mizzou.
Yeah, I like the.
I told Ebo to print out the matchups, and he did. He printed out the matchups, but the matchups are not in bracket form, and I just need the bracket. The bracket needs to be in my hand.
I will
at
say
all
this:
times.
if it's Arizona, Mizzou, they might score 180 plus points.
Yeah, you
That's
think so?
wild, just doing the matchups and not the bracket.
Yeah, not having a bracket.
Oh,
I could say it's
man.
a wild.
He
move.
wrote it. He wrote it out like this.
It's a crazy move.
I said, yeah.
You know what? And I'm gonna compliment you for a second. Not you, but your team. If you win on Wednesday, Tuesday, I like
Good.
it a bunch.
I think you're gonna win.
If we beat Pitt,
I like you guys a lot.
look out, because then we got Iowa State. We can muck it up.
Yeah, no, that's a great. That's one like take the under in that game.
Yeah. I thank you very
They
much.
might. That might.
All right,
that
here
might
we
close to,
go.
Like 60.
In the South, you have number 1 seed Alabama, number 2 seed Arizona, number 3 Baylor, number 4 Virginia, number 5 San Diego State. Who's coming out of that region, Marty? It's Alabama, right?
It has to be.
I mean,
They have a pretty easy road, man.
I have Baylor.
yeah, Baylor. I don't believe in Baylor.
To be
I don't
honest,
either,
though,
but I was doing my bracket this morning, and for some reason I have Bama, Baylor, and then I have Baylor beating
team-
To me,
Bama.
Baylor's a methodical
I think
creature.
a team that can give Alabama a little, and I know I've been saying a lot, but Creighton,
Yeah.
because they score a ton.
Well, what team would Alabama have trouble with if they go cold?
I think West Virginia could be in it.
I think
I legitimately, out of the teams you just listed,
Yeah.
if West Virginia was able to beat Bama, I like them over even those teams.
The only problem is Bama speeds up West Virginia. They're fucked. Like because they're
Listen, they like Bama is the best team, and they should.
yeah,
be
we know
favored.
that.
But I'm saying if West Virginia was able to trip them up, I would like their chances over Baylor. Like Baylor's really cold. Also, they play bad defense.
I like when teams can run with them, and Creighton can run with them.
In the Midwest, you have Houston, number 1 seed, Texas, number 2. I think Texas has the toughest 15. Colgate is like not a joke. 3 seed is Xavier. The 4 seed is Indiana. The 5 seed is Miami. I think Drake is the 12 seed that can give Miami fits.
I think they are.
I think Drake could then give Indiana or Kent State fits.
He can.
If I were picking, sometimes there's a 12-13 matchup in the second round. Drake Kent State makes a lot of sense.
And also, for those who, I don't know if people saw it, Miami's starting center got hurt. Very good player. I think he's going to be out.
They're a different team.
I'm telling you, I think this is like the worst possible matchup. Like, as a Miami future holder, when I saw they got Drake, I was like, fuck.
I was that way on Duke and Miami. I'm not trying to shit on your team, but Oral Roberts is just a nightmare of a 12.
They really are.
But I imagine being Oral Roberts where you finally get a 12 and you just play Duke.
I think that gets him going.
Obviously,
I think
it gets
so,
him
too.
going, but
Anybody who gets a chance to
don't
play
you
Duke.
think that's going to be the most obvious? Everyone's going to say Oral Roberts.
No.
I
think it's the
I
opposite.
think Duke's been
Why?
so fucking hot
Duke's been
recently.
red.
People
Like,
are
we're
really
obviously
starting to,
we're gonna
spotlight back
bring
on
up these
Duke.
contrarian arguments in this room. Duke's gonna get hammered publicly.
But I think I honestly think of all the 12-5s, all of them are sexy. Charleston over San Diego State. You said you didn't like the matchup, but a lot of people will.
Well,
I
that's
like
fair.
them.
That's fair.
Drake over Miami. I love that. VCU over St. Mary's. VCU's probably going to be the betting favorite in that one. Not on the lines. They'll probably get more bets.
Oh, I know. But
I hope so because I'm gonna smash.
You want a fun fact about the 12
Smash that
seeds?
ass.
Give me a fun fact about 12 seeds.
16-7 against the spread in the NCAA tournament since 2018.
Yeah.
there
you go.
Heat minus 7.5 Hawks minus 5.
All right, and you, Big F.
I've faded a few of those. I've not faded, just was on the opposite. Warriors -4. They're just at home. They just cover. Kings was 1.5 in the over in that game. I'll take a shot at the Jazz with 7.5 in Miami.
And then I have Pistons +3, Mavs -1, Suns +4 against the Warriors. That number just continues to go towards the Suns. The Mavs and the Grizzlies, pretty interesting matchup for a Monday night. So if you are missing basketball, check the Mavs and Grizzlies tonight. Go, Smitty.
3 NHL games, all overs, icy overs.
You okay?
No.
You okay? Because this is I don't have somebody to not score in the second period. I don't have to win in a shutout. Nothing.
Yo, what was the one thing you did that was nuts? Shots that you got us on?
Icy overs.
It's just
What did he
icy
get
over.
us on?
I-
Something hockey or a guy to
Shutouts. Games, shutouts.
game shutouts.
Yeah.
Like
Do you guys?
And then under a certain number of goals, like hammer it
Yeah,
2 or 3
yeah,
times.
yeah.
And when it works, baby, it works.
Smitty, no, what's his name? Rico.
Bucks Warriors over.
I have a great stat.
Go.
I've been bookmarking this every year since I started working here because I found it and it's crazy. All 19 Kings-Bucks matchups have gone over in their last 19 games they play tonight.
Wow. That just happens to be the one you're on, the over. 244.5.
I'm also
What
on.
did I take? Kings Bucks or Warriors Bucks?
It's
Warriors are playing the
King-
Suns.
It's Kings
Kings
Bucks.
Bucks. Kings Bucks.
Yeah.
This is the first year the Kings have won 40 games since 2000.
They're good, and they can score.
Yeah.
Megan, go ahead.
I'm just tailing Chase parlay today.
Good pick.
Kelly Olynyk over 19,
Whoa.
19.5 points. What? Points, rebounds, and assists.
Kelly Olynyk's points, rebounds, and assists is that high?
Kelly Olynyk
He's a
plays
decent player.
basketball.
Yeah.
He's still there. What team?
On a good team on the Jazz.
Yeah.
He's on the Jazz.
Damn right.
That's high.
Good
Every random white guy
That's
that you've
fair.
lost track of, he's on the Jazz.
Yep.
That's facts.
That's you can take that whether it's the 90s, the 2000s. If there's a white guy that's been good in his past, he's on the Jazz now.
Shots fired, Chris Mullin.
Did he ever play for the Jazz?
No.
Oh. I bet he can play for the. I bet he can
And
get
him
12
and
minutes.
Rick Smits just put him from the Pacers onto the Jazz.
12 minutes a game for the
Laurie
Jazz right
Markkinen, stud.
He's a stud.
now. Yeah, Rico, do you have something
Finland.
to say?
No, you're talking about lefties. Chris Mullin lefty jumper is elite.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful jump shot.
Did he actually jump when he took a shot?
It was a set shot. Set shot. He was a sneaky dunker. He could fly a little bit, but he would always just barely put it in there. He was a very soft dunker, but he could dunk.
You have 20 seconds, but me and Rico talked about. Don't you think it'd be stupid for Cooley to go to Georgetown?
I don't know.
You go from basically the top of the Big East to the lower. I know there's more money at Georgetown.
big bag.
But it's like you're going from the higher to the lower real fast.
Yeah, but he could. Yeah, but when you're winning,
Georgetown has a ceiling,
it's
though.
Huge, yeah.
Yeah, but
He could be a
Providence-
national
Providence, you can only get so high.
he's already there.
Georgetown, you could get like
Yeah, you could be a national brand.
high.
All right. Yak is up next.